related to the tree. To the sun. To the sky. To the earth. We're all connected.
Hello, sweet souls. Thank you for being here. This is DTO in the Flow. And today I get to interview an extraordinary soul who I met years ago when I lived in San Diego. And right now I'm in Costa Rica. I'll give you a little quick view of a little slice of paradise. Some of you have been following our journey, moving to Costa Rica, where we offer Embody Costa Rica retreats. And we also have an amazing amount of people that simply feel the call to come to this little slice of paradise. So if you're out there and you're interested, feel free to reach out. And before I start the interview today, I would love to know where you're located. So put in the comments where you're at. Some of you are in a variety of locations, and it's always fun to see our global connectivity of where we're located, city, country. So it's great to see everyone. I see more people coming on live. Great to see you. Hola, pura vida desde Costa Rica. Actually, our guest today is also bilingual. So if we want to do any español, it's muy importante. So yeah, put in the chat. All right, someone put Orlando. Hey, Mary. New Jersey. Yeah, Mary, she came to our Embody Costa Rica retreat. So you know all about the tropical hugs I'm about to send you. Bring them. Hey, Prem, how are you? Stay warm in Canada. So good. Nice to see you. I love that. So great to see everyone. And during this show today, you can comment, ask a question, and we always know that sharing is caring. And even if you just simply put your favorite emoji, that will do, because there's this thing called algorithms in social media platforms. So at least there's some engagement and you're commenting, then hopefully this will float to the top, because what we're going to do today is talk about how we can raise the vibrations with pure energy. And this is exactly who my dear soul sister is. That's her artist name, is Pure Energy. So today we're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about health and wellness. We're going to talk about our connection to the divine and cosmic energy, and how when we channel that as artists, there's so many ways that we get to be self-expressed. And then we're also going to talk about sustainability, because there's this extraordinary piece of land where there's Permaculture Research Institute, which is called Ecotopia. And Eva will speak more about that today. And so Eva started her musical journey back in 1996 as a professional lead singer in a band called the Bond Girls. And then you performed at Burning Man in 1997. I know for me, when I went to Burning Man in 2009, that was such a extraordinary experience, right? I came in one version of myself and came out completely transformed. So we can talk more about how art and music and community and culture can transform our consciousness to really awaken us and allow us to achieve our greatest version of ourselves. And so there's so many wonderful ways that we're going to speak into this conversation about how art empowers our lives, and how being true to our soul's calling can really allow us to move forward with whatever it is that our dharmic path is all about. And so dharma, of course, is our one translation you could say in English is like your life's purpose, or another way of thinking of it, if that activity or that action in your life were not there, then you would not fully have lived your life in this lifetime. And let's see who else is commenting. All right, see a few other people coming in. Someone said snowy Michigan. All right, we're sending you some pura vida and some pure energy. And so without further ado, I want to bring on my dear soul sister friend, Eva. How are you?
Great.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Hello. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, so where are you located, since I asked everyone to Share.
I'm in Valley Center, California, and I live at Ecotopia Ranch, which is our permaculture research institute out here. So that's where I'm at.
Excellent. Well, it's such a blessing for Himalaya and I because we actually stayed on your land. I believe that was in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which now since it's 2022, and today happens to be a day when it's like 2/2/2022, right? It's February 2nd, second month, second day, 2022. So, wow, that was a while back. And when it comes to quantum thinking and abilities to transmute time and space, it feels like it was yesterday. And I remember we slept right under this beautiful orange tree, and we woke up in the morning and just there we go, have some oranges. Such a great gift when you can live on the land. And yeah, so we'll get into permaculture, but let's kick off our 5Q interview. Let's do a little drum roll here. All right, question number 1 for you. Let's kick it off with a musical question. So share with everyone your musical journey. What's your backstory? How did it all begin?
It all began in the 80s when I just fell in love with Madonna and Cyndi Lauper, and just was like singing, and found out about rap and started rapping, and I loved it. I fell in love with the hip hop scene and breakdancing, and my lead into music actually stemmed from dance. And so Pure Energy was originally my dance name. And it's because people come up to me and be like, how do you dance like that? You've been going all night. And I'm like, it's pure energy. And it just stuck. And so when I converted into the music that moves dancers and the music behind the dancing, it was natural to just keep pure energy.
I love that. And that's exactly what it is when you're in that flow state and it's coming through. And of course, you know, the trilogy of my albums, Nameless Energy, Infinite Energy, Radiant Energy, and that's what it all is. And I feel that our life force energy, when we really are aligned to doing what we love, and for you, dancing, singing, being a musician, and all the ways, and a music producer, I feel that's such a powerful way. And you just keep on going, right? So the never-ending gobstopper. Yeah, Willy Wonka didn't have anything on you. It's going and going, never ends.
Still going.
Wonderful. All right. So once you got lit up with that energy, right? You got charged up. You received the flow of music, and you're super inspired. And of course, you said Madonna, and of course, everyone when I was growing up in the 80s as well. I just remember Lucky Star. You might be my lucky star. I was like, what? This is amazing. Like, so much fun. So energetic, right? All right. So then there's a time in your life after getting inspired by a lot of musicians, and I can reflect on this for my own personal journey with music, where the switch goes on. You're like, wait a minute. I'm enjoying other people's art. Same thing if you're a lover of poems or visual art. At some point, you're like, ooh, I love that painting. Maybe I'll pick up a brush and do it, right? Or I love that poem. It really inspires me. Maybe I'll channel some poetry. So question number 2 then is, what inspired you to produce your own music as Pure Energy, the artist?
Well, I actually had a talent management company, and I kept looking for this certain talent. I wanted to be really positive. I was looking for somebody that would deliver a message of hope, of positivity and motivation, and have dance music. And I kept like wanting this kind of culture behind the music and a transformational music situation. And I was working with a lot of artists, and one artist in particular, had like a fallout with that artist, and I ended up taking a break from music for a couple of years. And it was a situation that I was like, why? How did this happen? And then I sat with myself, and I was like, I really want to work with an artist that I could really trust and really put my all behind them. And this voice inside me is like, why don't you be the artist? And so I had this aha moment. Like, I was searching for all these different talents out there, and really I just wanted to nurture that talent within myself. And I took that step into producing my first track and writing my song. And I was working with the engineer that I usually worked with, and I gave it to him thinking, see how he would like it, if he thought it was any good. And he's like, who is this? And I'm like, it's me. He's like, what the heck have you been doing for 10 years? Like, you should be doing this. So I felt really good about that, and I started to make and do my own music.
Oh, that's amazing. And this is the perfect time to share this wonderful photo of you that's going to be our background. Yes, you have your crown lit up. Wonderful. And so once you found that ability to have your self-expression, I'm sure there's some sound design and there's some ingredient to the recipe, right? Like if you, and you and I can talk about this because we love our smoothies. Like when you drink a really good green smoothie, when you think about the ingredients, it may not always be what you anticipate. Like the first time I had a green smoothie, I'm like, wait, you can put kale and bananas and almond milk and then protein powder and, you know, blueberries, and you put it all together and it tastes so delicious and nutritious. And so that's really what I love, is recognizing what's the recipe, what's almost like the signature sound that you develop. So how I word this in question number 3 for you is, what makes your music unique? Like, what are the components that you've integrated to allow it to really be like when you hear a song, you're like, ooh, that's pure energy.
Yeah. Well, I love 80s bass lines, 80s synths. I've got kind of like an old school, new sound, futuristic, a lot of electronic. I'm an electronic musician. And I also have like this melodic rap style. So it's kind of singing, kind of rapping, and I go back and forth. And I tend to lean towards metaphysical concepts or super positive concepts in my flows. And a lot of my music is produced in a way where it's a freestyle, and then I go back and I edit and then pick out pieces. And a lot of my songs are constructed out of freestyle. So it's definitely a unique sound and voice, I would say.
Oh, that's amazing. I believe the first time I heard you grab the mic, this is a great story. Big shout out to our soul brother, Kiyoshi.
Yes.
I was the warm-up guy. There's this event in Escondido, California. So I was playing music outside, and then Kiyoshi had a big show. It was his full band, like Jamie Shadowlight. Big shout out to her. We actually recently, I played piano for a wedding. She played violin. And Open Optics was on the decks, all his whole crew. And because you were a student of his and you were taking his rapping coaching program, I remember the mic somehow gets in your hand. I don't know if it was, I think it was probably planned in advance, but for the crowd, at least, it was like, what is happening? It was like a mind melter. Everyone went crazy and you were just flowing and rapping on stage. And it was amazing. How much joy do you get from those moments, being on stage and having people go wild?
I was absolutely so nervous. And that was one of my biggest breakthroughs, is to go through the fear and do it anyway. And I told myself, no matter what, I was going to do it, even if I got up on the mic and I knew it was going to be a freestyle. I had no idea what I was going to say. And that I was literally shaking. So the first words out of my mouth was like, my heart's beating 1,000,001 miles an hour. I just feel this power. And it was just like going. And I was like, my everything sank right up to the beat, and I was like, it turned from like the most fear, like anxiety, to one of the highest highs in my life, where literally I was shaking for almost 2 days afterwards. It was such a high to do that and have that energy flow through like that and be on stage, and it was really awesome.
That was like capital pure energy, font size 100,000 million.
You came up to me that you're like, whoa, let's talk.
Let's collab here. What's happening? Where have you been? Because I was sharing before we went live, we were in the green room. I was telling you that when I looked at my contacts on my phone, the first way, we met each other was through you being a raw vegan coach. And of course, my company, Plant Powered Living, which is in that whole pathway of inspiring people to discover the plant kingdom. Right. And so that's how we originally met. Here's a little branding look of the background. And that's when we originally met. And this is what's great. Like, we have all these chapters in our lives and different interests and passions. And so it's lovely that there's so many intersections of our life's journey. And so for that ability to get on stage, I'm sure that even empowered you further to say, okay, what can I do with music? How can I produce with electronic dance music, singing, rapping, whatever else that flows through you? So this is a good time. The moment has arrived where we're going to hear a sample of your most recent release.
Okay.
And this is on SoundCloud. So without further ado, we're going to listen to Goodbye and good luck. And here it is.
It's not playing on this side.
Can you hear it?
No.
Okay. All right. Redo. I'm like rocking out over here. Hang on. Glitch in the matrix. Okay.
Tough love, life gotta be rough. This ain't love. No. Gotta be free, gotta be me. I'm taking myself and leaving. Goodbye and good luck. Goodbye and good luck. All the time it was happening to me, I couldn't even see, I could barely breathe. At night I was crying myself to sleep, all the time, and the tears I breathe. It was hell on earth, and then I remembered I didn't have to live on that way. Got to get myself out, walk away. No abuse doesn't come in so many forms that you can see clearly. I knew I had enough of the rough stuff, cause I didn't want to be tough, but I had enough. Had to flow free, had to be me, had to see, had to dream. In this world we gotta be who we wanna be, and we gotta be free, be happy. Hey, had enough of the rough stuff, tough love, life gotta be rough. This ain't love, no. Gotta be free, gotta be me. I'm taking myself and leaving. Goodbye and good luck. Goodbye and good luck. Had enough of the rough stuff, tough love, life gotta be rough. This ain't love, no. Gotta be free, gotta be me. I'm taking myself and leaving. Goodbye and good luck. Goodbye and good luck. We all deserve love and light, and everything that's right in the ship that we ride. Open, and the ocean is wide. Raise up and rise up and realize the time to give it up. When you walk out that door, when you say no more, then you know what's in store. When you take a step in the right direction, you're going to see affection reach your attention. And it was rough, God, I had enough. Gonna be free, gonna be me, gonna be happy, gonna be what I came here to be. Yeah, free, I'm free. Had enough of the rough stuff, tough love, life gotta be rough. This ain't love, no. Gotta be free, gotta be me. I'm taking myself and leaving. Goodbye and good luck. Goodbye and good luck. Had enough of the rough stuff, tough love, life gotta be rough. This ain't love, no. Gotta be free, gotta be me. I'm taking myself and leaving. Goodbye and good luck. Goodbye and good luck.
So good.
You know, thank you. I'm just realizing right now that was the unmixed, unmastered, edited, raw cut of that track that I posted in Kiyoshi's workshop, actually. Before
right on.
Lyrics down. So actually on Spotify sounds so much better. And I'm like listening to it, I was like, oh wow, I remember this.
You have to upload the master. Well, remember, give yourself some grace, because you and I have like Jedi hearing abilities where the average person out there is like, this was amazing. So that sounded fantastic. Yeah. So definitely, I think you answered the question on what makes your music unique by you opening up your throat chakra, you performing, singing, bringing those vibes, producing those beats, and, allowing for people to want to express themselves and move their body and get inspired by the lyrics, whether lyrics are, as you said, goodbye and good luck. It's, I think you're sharing beforehand, it was a chapter in your life where you're like, okay, adios, healthy boundaries, right? We're done. Yes. Cut it out.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's something, See, so important that if you're in a situation that is not healthy, to leave and don't look back and go forward, because life
Mhm.
is so much better on the other side. And so I was really passionate about wanting to help anybody in that situation and
Mm.
give strength.
Aho.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you just completely set up the next question perfectly. Number 4 is, how do you integrate art as a lifestyle? Or the other way of saying it, how does life represent art and how does art represent life? And you kind of answered that aspect of, you went through something in your life and then you chose to express those through the lyrics and through your musical production. And any other examples you'd like to share about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just about being in creation. I love being a creative person. So I create jewelry, I create homes, I create landscapes, I create food, and it's just, all of life is art. So I just like to step into that creation role and just explore. And yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. So you were mentioning your land, which we talked about when I introduced you as a permacultural research institute.
Mhm.
And that's fantastic because that's, I'll pull up your page on Instagram for that. So
Yeah.
anyone that is interested, because here we are living, Himalaya and I, in Costa Rica. And the same thing is, the conversation often is, how are we going to grow our own food? How are we going to be sustainable?
Mhm.
And so with Ecotopia Ranch, as you can see here, everyone on Instagram, make sure to give it a follow. You can see what you're doing there. You're growing your own food. You're creating, sister ceremony circles. You're bringing an experience for people, and
Mhm.
you're integrating your music as a lifestyle. And your lifestyle is to be in nature, to be on your land. One of my favorite quotes by Deepak is, "We are not in nature, we are nature."
Mm.
And of course, you have 3 beautiful children that are on your land living there, and you have allies that are on your land to support. And as you know, it takes a community in so many ways. Here's a really cool photo.
That was
Some of your
awesome.
friends.
Yep, that was during our project. That was amazing.
Oh, this is great. So what was, oh, you got olives.
Olives, abundance of olives for sure. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
we
so
have
cool.
over 200 fruit trees on the land.
Mhm.
So that's a lot of varieties.
Yes. Yeah. And so for you to have, oh, and you have some other allies and friends.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
that's great. And so with you, living on, and these domes are so beautiful and amazing. I'm grateful I've been able to see those. And you have fire ceremonies, fire pits. Yeah, it's such a great question that we're speaking into right now, is,
Mm.
art as a lifestyle and lifestyle as your art. And so you, at some point, the line just blends, right? Where you're living this life because that's how you're doing it, and you're choosing to live in a sustainable way, or choosing to educate people, and of course, you as a mother educating your children on how to live.
Mhm.
And so it's so empowering to do that. And yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, one of the ways we met is through nutrition and food,
Yeah.
and to have access to food. I'll give a little view here in Costa Rica about permaculture. And a little side note, these papaya trees, we did not plant those. Those are gifted through some birds that
Oh my
they ate another papaya, the seeds, and then they had some elimination and they planted. It's a circle of life,
goodness.
right?
Yeah.
And we have chard in the yard, we have all hail kale, and that's how you can bring some reps. Actually, our friend Kiyoshi has a great track called green juice. He raps about green juice.
My kids were in that music video for Green
Oh my
Juice.
god, yeah, so many connections.
They're so
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, when Kiyoshi's watching this on the replay,
yeah.
send us love, brother. So good.
Kyoshi is
Wonderful.
actually responsible for me finding the love of my life through his workshop. So I have to give
Oh my god, what a
Yeah.
gift. Beautiful. I know it's interesting. Before I hopped on to have this podcast with you, I was on a Clubhouse where we were talking with Kiyoshi, and we were talking about artists and streaming platforms and how we get our gifts out in the world. And also, like, a lot of times the music, like your SoundCloud music or your Spotify music, and maybe artists and already know this, but maybe if you are someone out there that is listening to music, it's not always about only the music. It's also like supporting artists and other endeavors. So you talked about your jewelry line. I'd love to have you speak more into that.
Sure. Yeah, I started Third Eye Crystal Wear a long time ago, probably before 2009. And it's a patented jewelry line that clips in the hair. And it's crystals that are designed to go over the third eye, and crystals placed in certain areas that are designed to help activate the third eye and help manifest visions. And it's also a really great meditation tool. And so many women have just said that they just feel it, the energy, that when they've used it, it's worked. It's just been a really powerful and beautiful goddess feeling. They said they just feel like a goddess when they put it on and just feel beautiful. And yeah, it just came from like a download of Atlantean times when heads looked like necklaces worn on the head or headpieces. And I was trying to figure out a way for it to lock in the hair. And then I figured it out, and I was like, okay, I'm going to patent this and put it out there. And it was beautiful. An amazing experience. So
that's our soul sister Amber, and she's come to our Costa Rica retreats here. She's awesome. Coming to visit. So coming to headquarters in Body, Costa Rica, which is so wonderful. And yeah, maybe she'll have to bring some jewelry. We can sell some down here.
Yeah. Okay, I'll stock her up.
Yeah, let's we're like having a business conversation. It's like, yeah. And you know what? Actually, at our last Embody Costa Rica retreat, Mary, who is watching this right now, she was in Jersey on the stream here. She was interested. It's so cool how worlds collide in beautiful ways, because we talked about third eye activation, and Himalaya mentioned your jewelry line to Mary, and Mary's here watching our conversation right now. So it's all connected. So here's a big shout out to Mary. So this is where you go to find the third eye. You're here with the visionary. So it's really beautiful. Oh, I love that. All right, well, let's jump into our final question, which I'm sure everyone is wondering. How may we find you online? I know you have a lot of passions, a lot of projects. So let's share, first of all, tell the kids about TikTok. Actually, tell the adults about TikTok.
Well, I got into TikTok because of my kids, and especially during the pandemic, and I just got hooked in there. It's just an amazing algorithm that learns what you like and then shows you content based on what you like. And there are a lot of really short videos. I've learned a lot about the world and things that aren't normally shown on news, just because people are posting like information that they've gathered or they're seeing in their views. And it's just really opened my mind. But yeah, I've posted a few videos on there, and they've gone viral, like 150,000 people in a matter of days. And like things can blow up on there so fast, and it's almost overwhelming when it happens. Like I was like, whoa, like I always thought it would be cool to go viral, and then I did, and I was like, I don't know. Over here in my little zone. But yeah, it's a pretty neat app.
Yeah, it is. And it's a wonderful platform for you to share, what activities and ceremonies you're having on your land, as well as different opportunities for, I'll just pull up your TikTok. So anyone that doesn't know what TikTok is, so it's super playful, and there's self-expression, and oh, that's like the best outfit ever.
My rainbow bright.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, this is, of course, your I Am Pure Energy is 777. You got to go to Vegas for those numbers.
There you go.
And today is 222. Oh, there's a great one with your daughter.
She's always trying to pop in. She's so cute.
That's so fun. Yeah. So people can find you on TikTok. They can find you on Instagram. I think this was a video that went viral. This has like 145,000 views. And this is your land. And this is, looks like you had a ceremony in your home.
Sister gathering with Amber and I did this, and she did a ecstatic dance, and it was amazing.
That's wonderful. I'm not logged in, so it won't let me see it fully. But nevertheless, if anyone's out there, this is one of many ways. See, we told you it was a portal when you're in TikTok.
Yeah, it is really.
And I was a school teacher many, many years. And so I remember when my last teaching job, students would like Google me and they'd be like, "What, Profe Camp? Are you famous?" I'm like, "Well, I'm like known in the yoga world because I had all these articles and YouTube, blah blah blah." They're like, "Whoa, you're on Spotify?" I'd be like, "Check, cool. I got the cool teacher check mark. Oh, that's awesome. That's lit. You're on Instagram, cool." Then be like, "Hey, are you on TikTok?" Wah, wah, wah. I was like, "Oh, fail, disappointment." I wasn't on TikTok, and then of course, as you having 3 gorgeous souls as your children, they teach you, right? And that's what's wonderful about life. And you know this as a yogini, it's like we're the student and the teacher within. And so when we're open to that, it actually can allow for music, your real estate industry we can talk about. You can share your intuitive sales and how you really connect people to finding their dream home. And then on top of that, with the permaculture and the land you have, so getting out on other platforms. Even right now, this is live streaming on 3 different platforms as we speak. It can really allow for your content to empower and enrich people's lives. So let's go to your music Instagram page, which is pureenergy.music. So anyone out there, feel free to follow that Instagram. And here is your real estate. And so let's put up your wonderful real estate image. And this is you rocking it. Love it. It's probably on your business card, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my business card, John.
That's perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. And of course you have your jewelry and you have next level is to have your third eye crystals as you're selling. As you're aligning people to their ideal dream home, right? It's like, okay, exactly. I align, this is where it is. And truly, when we were in Costa Rica, we rented 3 places, then 3 is the magic number. And actually the real estate agent we had that same experience. She was like feeling into it. It's like, I know exactly what's your vibe and what works for you. And that's what's great. We magnetize and we get to be receptive to that energy. Pure energy. So I love how all of these aspects of who you are get to be combined. All right. So any
work with crystals to actually call in my homes. So it's a beautiful thing to try.
Absolutely. Wow. And then of course, when people purchase their homes or they're renting a home, a lot of people will put crystals around their home or in their garden to bring in those beautiful energies and work with whatever it is that we're calling forward in our lives. And, you know, leaving behind what needs to be in the cosmic flush and then keeping the momentum and movement in this direction, in this pathway, which we get to always remind ourselves, put our hand on our heart and just feel that we're here, we're alive, we're present, and that anything's possible. So I love that about you of being a stand for that in the world and cultivating, nurturing so much on your land, with your family, with the community, with your music. So yeah, grateful for you being here. Do you have any closing words before we wrap up?
I just want everyone to experience their own bliss and follow their passions and follow that pathway of the highest light for themselves, because that's how we change the world, through following that within us. So that's
Thank you so much. And for anyone out there who want to follow where I'm at, DTO Music, you can find it anywhere out there. And then again, we're going to ensure that you go to pureenergy.music. And if it's good for you, let's close out with another song from Pure Energy. Raise Your Third Eye, Love Is Here, Love Make Me Your Channel. You want to pick one of those?
Love Make Me Your Channel.
Ooh, I love it. All right. So thank you everyone for watching this channel and for allowing us to be present with you. We acknowledge you for taking this moment to get inspired, I hope, around what it is that you can choose in your pathway. And again, this is Pure Energy by Eva. Here it is.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go back more.
Love make me over soul. Love make me your channel. Love reign over all. Love make me over soul. your channel. Love reign over all. Love make me your vessel. Love make me your channel. Love reign over all.
Love consume me, work through me. Love conceive me, love nurture me, love groom me. Love invade the space of falsehood and that truly. Love overflow from the essence that always knew me. Love is abundant, but yet it's so hard to find. If it's genuine, let that love be mine. I await love, my fate. Love is great love. Let us create love divine. Love is patient, love is kind.
Love make me your vessel. Love make me your channel. Love reign over all. Love make me your vessel. Love make me your channel. Love reign over all. Love make me your vessel. Love make me your channel. Love reign over all.
I have it all, cause love is all I have. I am love in the flesh. Love is my rod, love is my staff. As I walk through the valley, I use love as my path. Cleanse me in the purest love. I am ready for my bath. Live love eternal, infinitely, it will ever last. Love is the future, nothing truer, transcend the past. Live love eternal, infinitely, it will ever last. Love is the future, nothing truer, transcend the past.
Love make me your vessel. Love make me your channel. Love reign over all. Love make me your vessel. Love make me your channel. Love reign over all. Love make me your vessel. Love make me your channel. Love reign over all.
I'm related to the tree, to the sun, to the sky, to the earth. We're all connected.